Hey, good evening, everybody. It is Monday. It is Aaron, the average keto carnivore-ish guy, just coming to you just after, we're almost at 7 o'clock tonight. I just got done with the game, and as always, it is weigh-in Monday. And as you can see from the heading here, am I at a stall? Um, no getting around it. This week's weight, somewhere around now, is popping up. I'm at 222 pounds still. Just not even a pound less than what I was weighing last week. And then I started thinking about it this morning. A week before that, I was at 223, and then I was at 226. So the weight hasn't changed much over the last couple of weeks. And I started wondering, what am I doing wrong? Why am I stalling right now? Am I snacking too much? Am I not eating enough fat? Am I eating too much? I don't know what it is right now. You know, I'm kind of hoping it would have dropped down a little bit more. But at the end of the day, I'm still eating the proper diet. I'm still making good choices. Today I had a little veg. I added a little sautéed mushrooms or not mushrooms, peppers and onions to my lunch. So a little bit, and that's been the most veg I've had in a month. So I'm just trying to think of like what I could be doing right now. And then a couple of people online suggested, hey, maybe you need to drink more water. Still drinking a lot of coffee with just a little bit of cream, not too much, but maybe I'm drinking too much coffee and I need to drink more water. So I'm gonna make sure I'm focusing on that this week. I'm gonna make sure I'm getting more water. I mean, I'm not gonna drink just to drink water. I'm gonna drink when I'm thirsty, but I want to make sure, instead of grabbing that sip of coffee, I grab a sip of water first. See what that does for the week. But you know what? Like I said, I was really down with it, and I follow some people online and on YouTube. Cooking, I can never remember. It's Cooking Chris Cooking Nashville. He does a live, and I catch those. I put them on while I'm at work, and I even throw in there that, hey, I'm at a stall and you don't have suggestions. And then it dawned on me, he brought up a great point. A stall doesn't mean your body's not healing. I may not be losing weight because my body has to fix other things first. My metabolism's broken. Overweight, is abusing my body for many years. So right now, even though the weight's not improving, the body is still fixing itself. So when the body needs to lose weight again, it'll lose weight. As long as I know I'm doing the right thing. And that's the thing I gotta stay focused on. I can't get down when I don't see the scale. He even suggested, don't even look at the scale for a couple weeks. And I may try that, but I like doing my weigh-ins. I like being accountable still, just because I like to see the choices that I make if it's having an impact. Like, I'm not going to check every day or anything, but, I'm going to weigh in next week, see where I'm at, and then maybe I'll go 2 weeks and just before I weigh in again. And I'll keep doing my videos for you. I see people liked what I cooked for breakfast there yesterday. My breakfast meatballs with a little bit of sausage, cheese, and egg. Probably a little too much cheese. But hey, they went down just fine with the bacon. Goes down just fine. I'm probably going to have some more bacon tonight. If I have any more of those, I might have that. But, that's... So think about that. If you're struggling with this lifestyle change or with anything you're doing food-wise to improve your health, even if you're exercising a lot, if you're not losing the weight and getting the results you want, keep making the right choices. Stay on course because... our bodies work in mysterious ways, and there's a lot of damage inside that still needs to be healed. And I'm probably going to try doing a little more fasting as well. Make sure I'm eating a little bit more full meals, getting full, and then not eating until I'm really hungry again. Just remembering, am I hungry or am I eating just because, A, it's 11:30 or noon, it's my lunchtime at work, so I'm going to eat something. Take my mind off it. Maybe I'll go for a walk instead now that the weather's getting nicer. Or just keep myself busy. So I hope everyone's doing well. I hope everyone had a nice week. We got Mother's Day coming up. Not as bad as Easter, but got to make sure I'm making the right food choices. Still no soda and no energy drinks. So literally I've had some like Propel waters, coffee, and a couple of days when it was warm and I was doing games, I was doing some Gatorade. Not much. So I'm really proud of myself. I'm over 5 weeks now without any soda or energy drinks. And I keep saying that, hey, I'm not saying that I can't have it. I just haven't craved it. After I got past those first few days, I haven't craved it. I haven't really craved any sweets. I haven't really craved any junk food. So that's a win. Like, even with my CGM, the numbers are still showing higher than what I would think. But again, maybe my body is now releasing all those stored sugars, and it is causing my blood sugar to be a little bit higher than I would think when I'm eating no carbs. So that's a good sign. My body's releasing that sugar into the system. All that stored sugar is getting released. That all has to release before my body can start using the fat as fuel. So, I got to definitely get in some exercising. Nothing. I mean, just adding at work on my lunch breaks, going for a little walk, a little light weightlifting, something to keep the body moving. Umpiring's great, but it's just not enough. But I do feel energy-wise. I said last week I kind of felt a little down on energy, but I've been feeling better. So, probably maybe just a few days of just, needing to eat a little bit better. Just realizing I haven't taken the old registration off of my car yet. I haven't, the new one's sitting right here, but the old one is still sitting on my windshield. And my inspection's due this month, so I got to get that taken care of. But otherwise, this week, it's a busy week with games. The kids got activities. I'm gonna stay focused with the diet. And again, I call it a diet, but it's a life choice. I never thought I would be this much into the carnivore lifestyle. For over a month. Literally, I'm having cinnamon, some spices with my beef, and eggs or whatever else I make. But otherwise, I'm not having anything else. Like I said, today I had a little peppers and onions with my lunch. I made some steak of meat with some cheese. So kind of like a Philly cheesesteak minus the bread. I got some, hot dogs and stuff if I need to eat it. Ground beef, turkey. Turkey, not really. Chicken, need to add fat. And, my eggs and bacon. We cleaned out the refrigerator and the freezer yesterday. Oh my God, we have so many things of bacon. Oh, can't wait. I got to start cooking it. Got some fresh bacon this weekend from the market by us. And, it was like the smoked bacon. It was so good. So I'll definitely send some more videos as I'm making new stuff. If you guys got it, as always, please share these videos, comment. They're huge. I know when they comment. I know a lot of my shorts get a lot of views on it, so that's great. I appreciate everyone watching it. And as always, for everyone who's following me, everyone who's watching these videos, continuing with my journey, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. It's very inspirational. That's when people have kind words to say. It's keeping me motivated, and even when I, maybe I can have this little something, it keeps me accountable, because the first time I have pop, I will video. I will put a video, say, hey, I gave in. But you know what? What I tell people to do, and I haven't had to do it yet, if you're trying to cut down on the diet sodas, take a glass, fill it with some ice, pour 3/4 of diet soda in there, and then 1/4 of sparkling water, just regular sparkling water. You'll still get that fizz and carbonation that you want from the soda with the taste. And then as you're continuing to drink, next time maybe go half soda, half sparkling water. See if you can keep playing that down, so even though you get that little taste of the soda, you still get the fizz from the carbonation from the water. It'll definitely help cut down the soda, and I've learned that. But as always, again, I appreciate everyone taking the time to watch the videos here. I hope everyone has a great week ahead. It looks like we're gonna get a little wet here tonight, a little bit of rain. It's actually a few drops right now. But again, my name is Aaron. I am the average keto carnivore-ish guy, and you guys have a very nice evening.